In addition to checking my glucose levels and stuff, I've been trying to figure out a more sustainable way to keep track of my eating and exercise and stuff like that in a more sustainable way. Because the number one thing that I have wanted to stop doing in my life is feeling like, okay, I ate this much today, so I need to exercise this much today. Or worse, I exercise this much today, so that means I can eat this much today.
Oh, I see.
I started thinking, I need to think about it more in terms of like weeks instead of just like today. You know what I mean? Because there's going to be days where I don't get to exercise and I don't need to freak out that I ate a normal amount of food, Or there are going to be days where I exercised a lot and I don't want to feel like I need to stuff my face.
Yeah, like on the cruise, you eat more food.
Yeah.
And then when you come home, you're like, all right, I'm probably going to calm down on the food for a week and a half or something like that. Like, maybe not eat as much.
And it might have been... I think I started thinking about this while I was on our trip to Gatlinburg because I didn't get to exercise as much. So anyways, I found this app called Streaks. And basically, it can be linked with like the health app and stuff. So you can use it to like track calories and stuff like that. So I basically just say, hey, this many times every 2 weeks, I want to make sure I've burned this many calories in a day. And as long as I kind of hit that goal, then I know I'm doing okay. And and the whole idea too is that I'm eating good most of the time too. So that's more important than anything else. But just in terms of just
you're trying to see more of like a graph. Like the glucose is like a graph of your glucose.
Exactly. I just want to make sure that like, hey, okay, I know I've eaten a lot this week. Okay, so maybe next week I won't eat quite as much just to kind of balance it out. Kind of just coming up with a plan because I was losing weight for so long. Now I'm trying to kind of just say, all right, now I'm trying to sustain it. So I'm just trying to figure it out. So anyways, Streaks app is very nice. It can be linked with the health app and stuff.
I wonder if it can hook up to like things like Strava and stuff like that.
I'm pretty sure it can, as long as Strava can go into the health app. Yeah, because you can say like, hey, I want to do like 3 bike rides a week or whatever, and you can set it up and just every day you just say, okay, I did my bike ride. Or I think you can link it up with the health app and say, oh, you did a cycling activity, bloop, and it does it for you.
That's cool.
So that's cool. It's nice. And so I've just said, hey, this many times a week, I want to make sure I eat this much or whatever. And just try not to be legalistic about it, but give myself, I don't know. I feel like it's like a constant trying to figure it out because it's just like
you're saying it's like a thought that's always on your mind.
Yeah, it's always in my head. And so I'm trying to do things to make it so that it's like automated. I have a system for it, so I don't really have to think about it as much. And this has been good because I finally kind of feel like I figured something out where I don't feel like I'm constantly having to exercise to keep up with what I am doing.
That slice of whatever you have.
Yeah, exactly. I'm tired of feeling that way, and I know it's not healthy to think that way. So, and part of it too is that I've been doing this long enough that I eat well most of the time. So that, like you said, the 80-20 rule, like 80% of the time you just eat good.
Yeah.
And 20% of the time you don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And that's what I do anyway, so I'm trying not to worry about it. So, anyways, it's been over 2 years now since I started trying to, I don't know, I've lost like 30 pounds or something like that in the last couple of years. So
that's pretty crazy. It's been that long.
Now I'm done, and I'm just trying to figure out how to make it sustainable. Because it's fine as long as you find something that works and you're like constantly losing weight and you feel like you have this progress. But now I don't have progress. It's just, okay, I want it to be normal now.
See, I don't think in terms of like, I think in terms of how much activity did I do today? Whatever that just like, it's not even a number. It's just a thought.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, that makes sense why I'm like this hungry or not this hungry. And that's fine.
Yeah. Exactly. Yep. And I mean, I've done it long enough that I could guesstimate that stuff too. Like, and I would, but something about just having an app that kind of just like keeps up with it for me so I can just check in and say, am I doing good? Because food is just harder for me.
Yeah.
Food is just harder for me. It's easier for me to just say, like we did early Thanksgiving with Kelly's family the other day. And I just want to, I just want to eat.
Eat a normal thing that everybody wants to eat on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I just wanted to really go for it. So, anyways.
Really go for it.
I did. God help me. But I'm still here. Dude, what if there was a thing that could like just say, hey, because of what you did on this day, minus 1 day. of your life. Like, and it didn't tell you when you were gonna die. It just said whatever that date is, it's one day sooner now.
See, what I think of when I think of food, like I remember when I was cycling so hard.
Yeah.
I would literally know, okay, I know I have this amount of calories calories stored in my liver.
Yeah.
It's like 2,000 or something crazy. That's a lot of calories. So whenever you have Thanksgiving, and you're eating so much, I think, okay, my calorie storage is full for like an entire day. I could eat not anything for an entire day and be okay. So the next day, hey, if I have a calorie deficit, my body's going to go into the liver storage. And so I think when I go on cruises and stuff and you eat a lot, your liver storage is like constantly full. Mm-hmm. So you're overeating. Yeah. But then when you come home, it's like you start to use that storage, then you eat, then you use more of the storage, and it starts to slowly go down. That's always what I think. I don't know. I could be totally wrong, but I just think of it in this hypothetical.
I certainly am not, like, after a day of eating Thanksgiving, like the next day, yesterday, I wasn't feeling. Like? I wasn't hungry.
Yeah, that's what
I was very hungry for breakfast, so I had a big breakfast, and I wasn't hungry the rest of the day.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it goes.
I think my body was like, hey, can we have some like real food now?
And then not eat.
Okay, thanks. That's what I'm good.
Yeah, that's always what I think.
Because I was like, maybe I'll fast today. And then in the morning, I was like, no, I can tell my body. And so like a year before, I would have probably like powered through it and said, yeah, I'm going to fast today. But this year, I was like, I can tell my body is saying I need protein. So I made myself a big thing of protein, lots of meat. And then I just was good the rest of the day. And then I ate normally today, and I feel fine.